Good morning, YouTube. Wow, look at those baggy eyes. You can tell I'm having a bad day, had a bad night. Today is Friday the 5th of July 2019, which means one thing: my husband's been dead exactly 6 months today, and my head is just filled and swimming with emotions and thoughts and feelings, and I suppose I just needed to have some place I can offload them, really. You know, I kind of woke up at 4 o'clock this morning thinking, half a year I've woken up every single day without a Howie. How? I don't know. I'm not quite sure how I've got here, and I know people will always say you're brave, you're strong, look at you. I'm none of the above. I just haven't got a fucking choice, right? You know, what is grief to everybody? How do you even try to start to explain it to anybody that hasn't been there? You know, this feeling in the pit of my stomach is just no easier today than it was 6 months ago. I have good days and I have days where I can function better than others. I have days where I can't. I have days where I get so, you know, grief to me is raw emotion, is physical pain, is all your dreams and expectations and future got shattered, you know, completely shattered, and trying to piece back your life after something like that, you go through the shock initially, you know, and I probably talked about this in my earlier videos, that my body shook physically for weeks after Howie died, and that was a physical reaction. It was an adrenaline reaction according to the doctor, but I couldn't stop shaking. And that was one physical thing. You actually hurt on the inside. The pain is so intense in your head, in your muscles, in every part of your being. You ache for that person. And I know, you know, I read so much on other people's grief and trying to realise that this is normal, that this is okay. Everybody's different. We all go through different emotions at different times, and there are stages of grief that people talk about, when in fact there is no time frame or time limit for this. I can go through all those stages of emotions in an hour. You know, you go from, I can put a smile on my face, I can do normal shit, go shopping, be with the kids, be with the grandchildren. They lift my heart, obviously. But you always come back to going, but he's still not here. And that's somebody that I chose to live my life with and planned our future together. Oh, fucking hell. I'm sorry, guys. I just really needed to try and, I don't know, just get this off my chest, I guess. This week's been hard anyway. I got probate 2 days ago, and I think it was a weird one with probate because it's taken so long. There was a lot of reasons why, and initially I was like, oh shit, how am I going to cope? But then things happened and I did cope financially, and I also know that I'm not in an unfortunate position. My husband has left me in a fortunate position, but at no point in this journey can I look at my life as fortunate, because he worked really hard all of his life to provide for us, and now he's not here, and I'm struggling to deal with that. So I don't feel fortunate, and I know a lot of other people are in worse positions than me, but I'm not thinking about them. You know, I think the change in me is I have become quite bitter. I can't help it. I don't want to be. I think I wrote on my Instagram recently, I am a bitter widow hoping to become a better widow, because I am fucking angry at life. I'm angry at the injustice of it all. And I think, you know, I surround myself at the moment with people that get it. I've told you that. I've got Sylvia and Mark, and they totally get it. We all grieve in different ways. We all do things. To me, grief is crying. It's painful. It's raw. I play loud music and I get very fucking drunk. That's my grief. That's my way. But I can't do it in front of anybody. I can't be held. I can't be cuddled or, You know, I can't be fixed at the end of the day, where people want to fix you and I can't be fixed. This is something that's not going to go away, and something that I just have to deal with. And all of these times, like the 6-month mark now, my anniversary, birthdays, all of this year was always going to be really, really hard. And I hope, I suppose, eventually to not be so bitter. You know, I'm bitter about everything, you know, and I feel it. I'm bitter about other couples. I'm bitter about my losses. I'm bitter about everything. I'm just bitter. And that leaves a bitter taste in your mouth, and I don't want to be that person, but I can't help it at the moment. So I'm just trying to be as honest as I can be. And I know I've allowed my friendships to slip by. I've allowed that, and I know that. I totally isolated myself on this grief fucking train that I don't want to be on, but I've got no choice. And I choose to just do what I need to do, because apparently that's okay. Whatever I do is okay, because I'm grieving. I'm a widow. What a fucking awful thing to say. 46 years old and I'm in a club nobody wants to be in, right? With the grief train that comes around and just punches me in the heart, literally. Like today, I'm just, yeah, my head is spinning. I've literally been awake since 4 o'clock this morning and going over things, and the thing is, I know I'll be okay. I'm living, right? I wake up every day, and it's like Mark says to me, you don't have to get up, Jan, but you do. You get up and you walk and you do stuff and you keep yourself busy, you keep yourself alive. And I think, yeah, that I should feel a sense of I am doing that, but nobody will ever know how hard it is, because I don't want to do that. And I don't want to die, but I don't want to be here either, because I miss him. I miss his goofy stupidness, and I miss this soft squishy bit in the back of his neck. I just fucking miss him. And I miss our life and everything that we stood for. We've had the most beautiful weather, and this is probably only the second time I've really sat in the garden. I don't want to be here without him. He would have his hammock up behind me. He'd be in there with a gin and tonic in the evenings. And it's painful to just look around and think this was ours, and now he's not here to enjoy it. So, sorry guys, I wasn't going to come on here and actually just sit here and cry. But it is what it is, right? I'm hurting today. I hurt every day, but today it just feels a little bit worse. Sylvia and I were talking yesterday about how people say things unintentionally, and, you know, they say things because they want to relate, or they think that they're helping when they're not. And, you know, majority of us widows don't say anything, if I'm being honest. I know I had a bit of a snap at a friend on Facebook the other day because she posted something. I was obviously really hurting and missing Howie, and she posted something about couscous, and I was like, who gives a flying fuck? Seriously, in the grand scheme of things, does any of that really matter? No. And she apologised to me the next day, and I was like, I'm just bitter, Natalie. I'm bitter. I don't want to look at your fucking thing about couscous. I couldn't give a damn, you know. And I get everybody's lives move on and they've got their shit to do, but I am still here hurting. I am still here. And maybe I shouldn't be so vocal, maybe I shouldn't be so honest about it, but I am. That's me, and I can't be anything other than what I am, I guess. Oh, so yes, we were talking about that, and, you know, Sylvia and I decided, you know, in a few years' time, would we remember how we feel? I said, I think 100%, if somebody we know going on in the future is bereaved, we would treat them very differently now that we have been bereaved. I do believe you can't ever understand somebody's journey unless you've walked in their shoes, and yeah, I know damn well I would behave in a very different way now if I knew somebody had lost somebody. I can't explain how I would behave differently, but I certainly would. I feel so lost. I feel like, what's the fucking point? I didn't make my bed for 2 days, still slept on it, but I didn't make it. I'd stripped it and I didn't make it, and that's so not me. And it's not depression, it clearly is. This is just fucking grief, raw, unfiltered grief, and yeah, nothing much really matters anymore. My health, my drinking, anything. I'm in that kind of a phase. I'm not doing this, by the way, guys, for you to suddenly go, oh yeah, no, please. I'm just offloading. That's all I'm doing. This has always been my avenue to be able to offload to you guys, and this is what I'm doing. I'll end it there because it's probably going to take me about 3 weeks to upload this video because the internet's still so shit. In fact, someone's coming to see me at 3 today. Anyway, thanks for listening to me cry. How shit is this? Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry. I needed to just get it off my chest, and I look fucking awful. I need to go and put some makeup on and cover up those bags, or put some polyfiller in or something. Okay, I will chat to you all again soon, hopefully on a happier note. Happy Friday. Take care.